All right, guys, welcome back to the Rundown on the T3 Media Studios channel. This is your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I'm sorry, I'm over here snacking, and so I apologize if I smack a little bit. But we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the Disney delays, as far as Aliens, as far as Avatar movies and Avengers. Inside of You featured James Gunn, and there's some rumors going on about our Namor. Another accusation that's going on, so we're going to talk about that and some other topics. Right off the top, I want to get into some announcements. So if you're a member of the channel, and I want to thank our members, Roy Hawkins, Peter Lang. We don't have that many members. We're just starting off. But for the people who are paying for the memberships, being a YouTube member, I've already given access through Discord for a private chat. So if you are a member, if you want to link up in the private chat for to send in a call, and I'll patch you in, and we can discuss what's going on with the topics. For the channel members who did get that message, disclosure, today will not be the day. It will probably be tomorrow. The reason why I had to start early is because I still have the young ones with me, and I have some movie screenings that I'm going to take them to. We're about to get ready to go to that, so they're in the background still. They're making some noise. We got to get ready. So I don't want to try to do something brand new with the show and then fumble the ball and totally mess it up, knowing that my mind is halfway. I'm sorry, I'm snacking. Halfway on the what's going on in the background, trying to make sure that they keep the noise down while I try to focus with you guys. So that's with that out of the way. So we will be doing call-ins for our channel members, just not today. We'll start that tomorrow. You can probably hear my daughter. They're playing Roblox. They're doing something crazy. I don't know, guys. If you are also listening to us on our podcast, if you haven't, please support us on our Spotify or on any podcast provider of your choice. But if you are listening to us on Spotify, you can also watch the show, the video, as it is also uploaded on YouTube as well. You can send in a voicemail. Now, you do not have to be a channel member for voicemails. You can send in a voicemail, and I'll play them during our We Got Your Mail, a portion of it. So when we get that, when I read your comments, live stream, if you guys in the chat, live chat right now, hit the like button. Or if I pull up comments from regular videos or from social media or from our Spotify voicemail, I'll play those during the We Got Your Mail portion of the show. So appreciate you guys for listening to us on the podcast, supporting us. Send a review, man. That helps us out. We just got the word that we got monetized, I guess, on Spotify. So it'll be annoying when you play the latest episode or a review. You'll probably hear an ad play right away, and you're like, you can buy your car today at Liam Neeson's Automobiles at Liam Neeson, and then the music will play, and then you'll hear my voice. But you know how it is, when you're trying to run a podcast. All right, guys. With that out the way, we got the poll up for our main topic: which Disney delayed films hit the hardest to you. So I'll be checking that out in a little bit. So let's get right into what is now going to be called the current. Peter Lang, our channel member, said, why don't we call it, instead of the entertainment news, let's call it something catchy. So we're going to call it the current. Check out what the current topics of the week. So the current, which is sponsored by Peter Lang, we're going to start that off right now. And so again, guys, become a channel member if you want to contribute to the show. We really do appreciate you. And if you can't, hit the like button. Just tell us you like us. And if you haven't already become a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and all that good stuff. And this is how you can support us through the channel. So, like I said, let's get started with the current first topic of the week for Wednesday. So did you guys hear about the 4 children who survived a plane crash. I believe their parents died in that crash, or mom died in that crash. This was in Colombia, and the pilot also died. But the 4 children that were on board, and a baby as young as 1 year old, they survived for 40 days out there in the jungle, and it's a great thing. It's a miraculous. It's wonderful that something like that, something as horrific as that could happen, and for the babies to survive. That's always a feel-good story. That's always something that people are going to attach themselves to. So, idiots like me who will, after, getting in their feels about, the 1-year-old and kids that are younger than 10. I believe there was one that was just over 10, if I remember correctly, surviving and off of berries, off of the little rations of food that they had that they took from the plane. They think they stayed around the plane for a little bit, and then they just started wandering. And the search and rescue that went to go find them were finding the clues here and there. They would find a shoe, they would find a baby bottle, footprints, things like that, but they couldn't find the kids. 40 days. So I read up on how they found them. And they said that they had to get a recording of their grandmother and put that on a loudspeaker and take it in a helicopter and fly around. And they played the sound of their grandmother repeating the phrase, "Stop wandering around. Wherever you are right now, stay where you are. That's how we'll be able to find you. Stop moving. Stay where you are." And one of the kids, or all of the kids, heard it. They heard their grandmother's voice telling them, "Stop." And they listened. They stopped. I don't know how long it took after that. If it took another day, if it took hours, I don't remember. But once they stopped moving, they were able to pinpoint them. Now, I got a picture of them right next to me. For the benefit of people that's listening on the podcast, you can't see this picture. One of the pictures that I saw on TV kind of pissed me off a little bit. It felt like, you feel like people are just. It's a good story. It's a feel-good story. It found the kids. And all the credit due to the government or whoever that went out there and found them. But there was one guy in the picture that had one of the kids propped up next to him like a prop. And this dude had a cigar in his mouth. It was straight up it looked like some Escobar kinds of stuff. It was weird. The dude had the cigar in his mouth. He had the kid right next to him, pulled up. This kid's weak and hungry and scared. And this dude's just like, "Get the camera over here. Let's take this picture." He has a cigar in his mouth. Like, "Take the shot." Yeah. Like he's trying to look like a badass, as if he, by himself, chopped through the woods like Rambo and rescued these kids. And I'm pretty sure if this guy, I'm just judging the book by his character. He could be their relative for all I know. He could be the greatest guy in the world. But the way it looked on screen, this dude just looking like it was all about him. Yeah. Take the shot. Hey, stop crying, kid. Let's get this photo. Yeah, this is going to make me look great. Like, it rubbed me the wrong way. So when I saw that, I, amongst a lot of people online, said the same stupid thing. I said something, thought something, and I posted it, something dumb, because it's not the most important thing about this. The good news is that these kids are alive, and the miraculous thing that they survived for as long as they did. One of them was on death's door. If they didn't find him when they did, I think the baby would have died. But I thought, and a lot of people thought this, who's going to get the movie rights? This is going to be a movie. This is guaranteed it's going to be a movie. Who's going to get it? Netflix? Who's going to Amazon? Who's going to try to get these movie rights? And I'm not going to lie. I can't wait to see it. I know it's going to happen. And I feel like an ass. I feel like an ass for even saying it. I'm thinking about a damn movie. I want to know this story. I could just read about it. Forgive me, I'm still chewing. I could just read about it. I can watch it on the news. But no, I'm wondering, when's Netflix going to dramatize? What's the word I'm looking for? Over dramatization this story. These kids are going to be fighting wild animals in this movie, through thick and thin, and then old dude with the cigar is going to come in like Rambo to save the day if he's writing of it. I'm starving, guys. I'm sorry if I'm chewing. It's been a day. But what did you guys think about this? Did you guys read up on this? And you guys voted. And you probably noticed I'm alone. And guys, if you're listening on the podcast, you noticed that I didn't introduce my wife, Joy. She's working. She had a meeting that she had to go to. She couldn't join me, so she'll be back tomorrow. She's downstairs. The kids are in their room playing. But if you guys heard this story, did you guys see the footage of this? Am I the only one who saw it? And I don't know if this guy's in the picture. I don't see the cigar in this picture, but this guy it just rubbed me the wrong way. This guy, I'm like, come on, who is this guy? Really, it's about you. I'm gonna be a badass. Go ahead. All right, moving. Let us know what you guys think about that. Any other topics, and maybe we'll talk about it later when we get your. Let's get some of your thoughts up here right now. I think before we started the show. I apologize. I forgot to turn off my phone. Let me do this. So it might ring. Hey, Peter, I see you in the there you go. So sorry, Peter, we won't be able to do the call in today. I thought I was, but then last minute, I don't want to try to start something new for the channel, and then I fumble it up because I'm going to rush through this. We're only going to probably be here for like 40 to 45 minutes because my son is let me get it off of this topic while I'm talking about this. My son is at basketball camp, and I gotta go get him in a few minutes. So sorry if I'm rushing. I am rushing, so I apologize for that. All right, moving on to the next topic. Tenoch Huerta, if I'm saying that right, accused of sexual assault of Maria Elena Rios. I believe she's a singer. I wanted to do more deep diving into this topic and figuring it all out. From what I understand, she is a singer, entertainer, and this happened a while ago, and it's just another hit to the House of Mouse, to Marvel. It's like, what is going on over there? And I know most fans they're thinking it's just the typical when back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me kind of situation, or it could be true, or what she's saying is 100% what happened. They got to investigate it. People get frustrated with the whole concept of believe all women. It's not about whether or not you should believe or not. It's just that everybody has the right to make their case. And to state, because if this happened, ignoring her just because you want a movie to come out ain't a good thing. That's not cool. So I see a lot of people online, saying the same typical stuff. Basically, I won't believe any of this BS because it's just, why didn't she say something back then or something like that? And according to her, she did. She tried. So where I'm landing on this is it's just we're now still in the middle of the whole Jonathan Majors situation. That's gonna drag out, and I'll talk a little bit more about that on the main topic as we get onto it. With Namor though, it's different. And it's let me just mention for a second. I just went to Comic Palooza. And one of the panel discussions that was in one of the like a Hall H kind of a situation where people in the media, just regular fans sat in like a stadium room at a stage set up, and he was the one of the speakers. It was great, man. It was. I mean, the representation that was in the room. I mean, there was a lot of Hispanic fans in there when they spoke in Spanish and stuff. I mean, you could feel the energy in there, man. Everybody was having a good time. That's the support for him was through the roof, and his love for the business and everything is through the roof. So if this stuff turns out to be just more accusations, more of a misunderstanding that's turned into accusations, or if it's a hit piece, or if it's true, either way it goes, it's disappointing because it's happening too much. It's overall. I mean, that's an understatement of the decade. It's happening too much overall. I mean, sexual assault cases are just out of control, man. Like people, keep your hands to yourself. I mean, Joy accuses me every day. Like, hey, Chris, get your finger out of there. I'm like, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm surprised she hasn't, not to make light of what is really going on out there, but that's my wife. But it's serious, man. It's like, it's like, what is going on? I mean, obviously, Disney is good at vetting when they're casting people. You would have thought that if these accusations were out there before he was cast as Namor, that that they would have spotted it. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, or maybe I don't really understand. I don't really remember the timeline of it. You guys can help me in the chat if it happened. If the accusations first came out after he was already cast as Namor. But anyway it goes. That's not the important thing. The important thing is if this stuff is true, then she deserves to have her day in court. And if it's not, I hope it's proven that it's not and that he's innocent of these charges and move on. Luckily, either way it lands, I mean, Namor, it's not like Jonathan Majors where his character, where it's all on the line, it all hinges on. Let me go full screen and see if I can show you what I'm looking at right here. He's not on screen. I got a visitor here trying to get on camera here. There he is. You can see his ears. There you go. Yeah, you're just gonna walk across for the podcast, guys. That's one of my cats. I have two. Wants to involve himself in what I'm doing. So yeah, okay, now he's walking across. There he goes. Now he's thinking about leaving. But yeah, it's just another situation where it's like, and it's why is it? It's mostly happening, or at least like it feels like it's mostly happening on the Marvel side. So I'm hoping Bob Iger, Kevin Feige, and everybody. I just hope that I wish for the best for the as a company, because I love these movies and I don't want any of these actors to go through this stuff if these things aren't true. But at the same time, if these things are true, F these guys. Like I'll throw them away. Okay, I was about to say, luckily, the story isn't pivotal on this character, even though I am looking forward to seeing him play Namor more, because this dude he seems like the nicest guy in the world, man. I hope this isn't true. He seemed like a good guy. But at the same time, you never know nowadays, man. You can't judge a book by its cover. Anyway, what do you guys think about that whole thing? Did that shock you as much as it shocked me? Like, oh man, here we go again. How bad is? Let's just see what happens with these, especially with these delays and whatnot. It seems like this writer's strike situation has given some time to get all this stuff looked at the very least. So let's hope for that. That, like I said, if it's not true, let's get past it as fast as we can and if it is true, let everybody take the appropriate steps that they need to take to get this shit taken care of and out the way. I'll put that up on the next. I'm looking at the chat to see if it comes out anything that's related to what we just spoke about. Yeah. Peter Lang. And if I would have, I feel bad now because I really wanted to patch you in. If you were maybe through Zoom, I'm more familiar with Zoom. I want to patch you in, but we will be doing that. So Peter, when you want to call in as a channel member, you will be on. Your voice will be heard. I will not silence my channel members, but today I am because I got to get out of here. And I can't risk if you're long-winded like me. I'm already long-winded. My wife tells me all the time, if you're long-winded and if you're like me going, yeah, and I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I'm trying to keep this. I gotta keep this a tight 30 if I can. Peter Lang says every case needs to be heard and adjudicated. 100%. Thomas Brooks is just shouting shouting out there with the stars and the thumbs up. They didn't have the black emoji thumbs, man. I get offended with that. I'm like, why do I have to use the yellow emojis? Why do white people have to use the yellow emojis? We ain't Simpsons. Why is it, we're represented with brown? They're represented with yellow. I never understand what the hell. There's peach color, skin color, like white skin color thumbs up emojis. Why? But when they can't use that, they always give you all the Simpsons thumbs. I'm never like that. I'm just weird. I'm just weird like that. Super chat from Peter Lane. Appreciate you, man. You keeping the lights on. I don't care about any I don't care about any other than those kids being alive and well. I like the new name. Let's do the call in. Let's do the call in after dark on Thursday. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking you. See, we were thinking the same thing. I was like, Peter probably wants to call in to help me, make fun of Tabitha and Joy right here because I need some backup, man. I need some backup. Let's wait for let's wait for the after dark. I'll make it a regular thing during the regular shows as well. But definitely we should debut that. Me and you are already on the same page. We'll have you call in, and maybe I'll hit that for me button on tab. Let me see if I can get that ready. Where is it at? There we go.
For me.
All right. Moving on to the next topic. So let me know what you guys think about that. Like Peter said, it's mostly about those kids being found more. That's more important than the damn movie. But I do want to see a movie, and all accusations need to be looked into. All right. Sony, I just read this yesterday. Sony has a R-rated animated movie in the work with Idris Elba and Kathryn Hahn, who I don't know if my wife is watching it. She's probably downstairs watching right now, so I'm going to get in trouble for what I'm saying. She is on my list. Kathryn Hahn. I'm sorry, babe. Got she here? All right. All right. Moving on. R-rated animated movie by Sony about a dog's journey or an adventure that him and his friends put him on before he gets fixed. The movie is called Fixed. So I guess your last night as a real male dog or whatever, before they clip and chop him off, these dogs are gonna go on an R-rated adventure. And it already sounds hilarious. Like that last R-rated movie with the dogs that are talking. I think Jamie Foxx was in it, if I'm not mistaken. That looked funny, but it didn't look like anything that I would want to go see at a theater. This sounds like something that I'm gonna probably go to the movies to go see, or if I get invited by my sponsors, if they find screening tickets, I'm definitely gonna go. I would have gone to see that other R-rated comedy with featuring dogs once, but it just wasn't on high on my list to go check out. But with Idris Elba, with Kathryn Hahn, two actors that I really love, I want to support. It already sounds, when Idris does straight up comedy, he's always on. Kathryn, she's funny as hell. She always crushes it. So that it just sounds like a movie that is right up my alley. Let me see if I can pull it back up. Right here. So yeah, Sony Pictures Animation Fixed. Can't wait to check that out. That looks like it's gonna be. Sounds like it's gonna be something good. All right. Last thing, this is what I thought was going to be, and I'm pointing at James Gunn. He was just on Inside of You, the Inside of You podcast with Michael Rosenbaum, which is the funniest and best name for a podcast I've ever heard in my life. I'm only subscribed to a few podcasts out there. Mine, The Rundown, of course, which, like I said, go to on Spotify so you can see it, send voicemails. The John Campea Show, of course, because, I'm a John Campea stan, even though we're about to talk about his rant later tomorrow. Who else am I subscribed to? And Michael Rosenbaum. Oh, and Bill Burr. Bill Burr's podcast. There's only a very few podcasts that I'll have the patience to listen to. Bill Burr, Michael Rosenbaum, and John Campea. And myself. Because I'm a conceited narcissist. But some of the things that James Gunn said in that conversation, which was awesome. If you haven't checked it out, go to Michael Rosenbaum's podcast or go to his YouTube channel. You can watch the video feed of it. But some of the things I took notes of while I was listening to it caught my interest. James Gunn said that he said no to being one of the studio heads, the DC studios at first, when it was first offered to him. I believe when it was offered to him solo, do you want to direct or do it by yourself? Like, hell no. He turned it down. Peter also was offered it after that, turned it down. And then they both kind of walked away from it. When they came back with that idea of, well, why don't you co-run the company together? Then It just they said that they've had a great working relationship and a friendship for years. They work so well together that it just the second they didn't think that would even be an option, but the second is it Zaslav offered them that role as a co-heads. They said there was a no-brainer. They had to take it. James Gunn, he says he runs DC Studio as a director. He's on as we know, he's on the artistic side of it. Peter is the manager. Just like in real life, I didn't know Peter Safran is James Gunn's manager. He said that in an interview. I didn't know that. But he manages DC Studios. Peter directs DC. He runs it as a director. He's a part of the artistic side. Peter's the I guess the technical side. The got a plane flying overhead. The money guy, I guess. The numbers cruncher, I guess. We're going to be careful with. He said we're going to be careful with the DC product. They're going to take their time with what they produce and put out. He says that people have gotten lazy with superhero stories lately. So who's going to focus more on the story? Too many spectacles in films lately. So it's not that he says there's no superhero fatigue. He doesn't agree with that. It's only, he actually quoted John Campion. I'm pretty sure John Campion is going to pat himself on the back later today too and say that there's not superhero movie fatigue. There's what did he say? Quality fatigue or there's just bad script writing fatigue, I guess. He thought his career was over when he got canceled, when he got fired from Marvel and let go. He thought it was all over for him. And he said that was the lowest part of his life. He said he thought that being rich and being famous was something that he needed in life. Very sad to think that. And everybody thinks that they want fame until they get it. And then when they get it, they're like, oh my God, I don't want it. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want it. I'm talking for myself now. 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Oh God, I'll be pretty happy with 1 million subscribers. But I understood what he was saying. That he growing up, he had that warped sense of believing that only way he'll be happy is if he's famous and rich. And when he got that, and then when the worst day of his life hit, when he got canceled, when people like Dave Bautista, who plays Gamora? Was it Zoe Saldana? Came to cook for him, because in his lowest time, people like Chris Pratt came to, and Michael Rosenbaum came to just say, just check on him, tell him that they love him, check and whatnot. He said that was when it all clicked, and he let go of that whole belief. I need to be rich. I need to be famous. And when he said that was the best part of the podcast. When he let all that go, then all of a sudden, bam, DC's got the offers for you. Marvel wants you back, and now he spent his whole life thinking, I need to seek out rich and fame, being rich and being famous. And then when he felt like he was about to have to sell his house after being canceled, it all came to me. He not only stayed rich and stayed famous, now he has power. That was the one thing I thought of. I was like, damn, this dude almost lost it all and gained power. It's crazy. But he seems like a nice guy. Everybody so far seems like he's well deserving. When Dave Bautista was willing to end his career with Disney in support of James Gunn. And Dave Bautista don't throw his friendship around lightly. That's from what I've heard and what I can tell about him. I've never met the man. Let's see. That was the lowest point. Love the stories, movies, rumors. One of the last things that I remember from the podcast was the whole thing about the rumors of casting. He said a lot of people have gotten things totally wrong. He never even said that Lex Luthor was even going to be in Superman Legacy. He said it's amazing what he said. I understand why people, because there's agencies involved. They got to make their clients look like they're wanted. Like, hey, they had a meeting over there at DC. And he said, James was like, I read this, like this one actor, he didn't name the actor. He's like, this one actor's agent was like, my guy had a meeting with, to audition for Lex Luthor for Superman. And he's like, no, he didn't. But he understood the agent was just pushing it out there just because, he's doing his thing for his client. But some of these rumors that we've been hearing about, this guy's in the top 5, this guy's in the top 3. This is the final list. Like some of those names never auditioned. And when he said, I've never even said Lex Luthor is even in the movie, I was like, oh, damn. But I think he's in the movie. I believe that that people are on the money when it comes to Holt not playing Superman, but playing Lex Luthor. And if that wasn't the case before, I think the way fans have kind of reacted to it, because why not? He would make a great Lex Luthor. We don't know what the script... He also said that Michael Rosenbaum was the best Lex Luthor that there's ever been on small or big screen. And then he said right to his face, you're the best Lex Luthor that we've ever had, but you're not good for a Superman legacy. He said that. So I don't know if he was just busting. He said they busted each other's chops all the time. He said, you're the best Lex Luthor of all time, but you're wrong for my movie. So that's right there kind of confirming that there is a Lex Luthor in Superman Legacy, which I believe there is. And I think it's Holt. I think it's going to be Holt. One of the other, who knows who's going to be the Superman? According to James Gunn, we might be completely wrong about some of these people that we think or have heard that have auditioned. He said one of those names for sure has not auditioned at all. So I was like, it was very, very interesting. Michael Rosenbaum, he delivers a great show, a great podcast. I guess how I feel about how I've looked up to what certain YouTubers have done, like Campia. I will say that I look towards Michael Rosenbaum and how he does his podcast, and I hope to emulate what he's doing there, because he gives one of the best interviews I've ever heard or seen. Michael, because he's been in the business for so long, he knows the questions to ask. He's very, very good, and he knows how to control his tone, his true voice, which is what I heard, that you have to take a deep breath, and that sound that you naturally make when you give a hard exhale like that, that is your true voice. So right now I'm speaking in my true voice. I can tell that the like button is going to get hit, because I can tell I'm turning on all of you when I talk like this. It really, really does make the subscriptions go up. So let's move on to the next topic while I speak to you in my true voice. Don't forget to hit the donations, and super chats are very much appreciated as I soothe you with this true voice of mine. What the hell's going on with the lower third here, man? Hold on. Why is it not working? Oh yeah, that's because I'm moving on. Box office. All right. So my predictions from last week were they were half. I was half right. So I got the top 3 right. I was right. You were wrong. All of y'all voted on, and I got the receipts. So don't try to backpedal. If y'all in the chat's trying to lie and say, I knew the Transformers was going to win, you're lying, because I got the receipts. 79% of y'all said that Across the Spider-Verse was going to take it, or at least you felt deep down at least that it should. And I agreed. But I was like, based on the projections, I know that the last couple of projections have been wrong because they've under predicted some of these movies. I feel like this movie is going to make 70 or 80 million, and then it makes 120 million. But with Transformers, their projections seem kind of low right there. I believe like they were projecting like 60 million. I was like, that's a fair projection for Transformers based on how people feel after the Michael Bay stuff fizzled out, but how great Bumblebee was, but what Bumblebee did in the box office, even though it was one of the best, if not the best, Transformers movie we ever got. So I was thinking that Transformers prediction, I said Transformers is going to edge it out, and you can go back to the video and you can listen to me. I said it's probably going to beat Across the Spider-Verse by 1 million, maybe 2 million, to 5. I gave myself that 5 million window, and it did. It got them within 5 million. And I think after the adjustments afterwards, I think now it kind of inflated up to 6. So let me go full mass here real quick, show you guys what I'm talking about here. So box office weekend, it showed this is the opening weekend for Transformers, 61 plus million. Worldwide, it's only at 86 million. Across the Spider-Verse, week 2 is 55 million. So that's so a little bit over 5 million. So I was pretty much on the money with that. Worldwide, it's at 320. Week 3 for The Little Mermaid, we only received 23 million domestic. putting it at number 3. But worldwide, it's already crossed 417 million. Here's where I was wrong. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be at like 5th place. I believe that's what I said. I have to pull up my predictions. But it's at number 4 spot. It made 7 million in its 6th week. And Boogeyman, I thought that's where it took number 5 place on its 2nd week, made 7 million. They were close. They were $100 million, less than $100 million off from fighting for 5th and 6th place. But right now, worldwide, it's at 40. I believe my actual predictions was let me go back to my screen before let me get that out the way. I believe my prediction, I'm pulling it up right now. My predictions was, Transformers number 1, Cross the Spider-Verse number 2, Little Mermaid 3, Fast X 4, and Guardians 5. I thought that was going to be it. So I was only off by those last 2. I was right about Guardians being in the top 5. I just was off on this position. I didn't think Boogeyman would do it. But Fast X, man, it's taking some huge drops. All right. We're in the final 5 minutes because I am about to leave to go pick my son up from basketball camp. So let me get into it and go into the main topic of the week. Disney's new releases dates for these Marvel movies, Star Wars, and these Avatar films, man. And you guys voted. I asked you guys what should be the main topic, and you guys were like, it was close for a little while, but then you guys were like, no, this is the main topic, man. Let's talk about this. The only good news that came out of all this shakeup is the fact that Deadpool 3 moved up. That was it. And I'm going to show you real fast what the, let's go full mass here real quick. Where is it at? Full screen? Yeah. Let's see. Am I doing this right? No, I'm doing this wrong. There we go. So, yeah, the only good news is, let me move that out the way. That's wrong. The only good news is that Deadpool was able to move up. It moved up from November to May. And where is that? There we go. Deadpool moved up from November the 8th, 2024 to May 3rd, 2024. Captain America, Brave New World pushed from May 3rd, 2024 to July 26th, 2024. Aliens, an Aliens movie, will be opening on August 16th. Now, we're not saying that they're not saying that that's a delay or a push or anything like that. They're just announcing that that's the date that they're now giving it for August 16th. Thunderbolts pushed to December 20th, 2024. Next Christmas, we're getting Thunderbolts. Blade pushed 2025. Now that right there is one of the most significant ones. That one's already been like, is it even going to happen? Our current Blade he's not getting any younger. I mean, I'm now at the point where I feel like Blade's going to get canceled. Like they're either that or they're going to recast Blade. Mahershala Ali is going to bow out. I feel like that's about to happen. Every delay, unless they have, I don't think they've started filming. Unless they're still on track with that, obviously with the writers thing. I'll get in that in a minute, but I feel like that's the most crucial one. Another delay to Blade means it's another chance for probably that movie's either not going to happen or he's not going to be Blade. Fantastic Four pushed May 2nd, 2025. The live action Moana, they've announced the release date to be, they're going to aim for June 27, 2025. Avatar, another disappointment. Like John Campea had his own theories on why. He was like, well, because we know that he's that James Cameron's a psycho about making sure that the art is perfect. That little bead of water needs to be perfect when it glistens all over the Avatar's body, right? So his theory, I believe he said, was that if we can't get it right for the next one the way I want, it's going to affect. What the hell was that? New follower on I think Facebook. I gotta change that sound effect because that freaks me out. I don't like that. I don't like. Did that hurt your ears? I was like, what the hell was that? The Avatar. So it's going to be like, what, 20 something years between the first Avatar and the last Avatar movie? Because let's go back to look at this. Avatar 3 delayed December 19th. So wait a second. Did I notice something? Oh, okay. No, that was 2024. I was looking at Thunderbolts. I thought Thunderbolts was going to be competing with Avatar. And it was funny. They've made fun of that Avatar got out of the way of Sonic. That was kind of funny. Avengers, the Kang Dynasty pushed a year from May 2nd, 2025 to May 1st, 2026. Star Wars gets pushed December 19th from 2025, where it would have been competing with Avatar 3, moved to 2026 May. So Disney is getting their movies out of the way of each other. So obviously Star Wars don't want that Avatar smoke. Avengers Secret War pushed a year, May 1st, 2026 to May 7th, 2027. It's going to be all these years before we are due for these Avengers movies, man, but obviously. And another Star Wars unnamed film is being set for December 17th, 2027. And then Avatar 4 and 5 delayed 2029 December, 2019 December 2031. 20 years, man. 20-year-old franchise. 5 movies. It is ridiculous, man. The Avatar thing, to me, I said it for part 2. I said more Avatar fans have died than are being born. The MCU has changed and warped the minds of kids, and they need their instant gratification now. And then the pandemic and all that stuff. That is not enough movie theaters for Avatar 2 to be profitable. And the second came out. Never doubting James Cameron again. I said that Avatar 2 will not cross 1.5 billion. It did. It wouldn't get nowhere near 2 billion. It did. It wasn't going to break that record. Now it doesn't have to. 2 billion is still 2 billion. The dude is a $2 billion man now. Avatar 3 will make $2 billion. I'm calling it. Avatar 3 will make $2 billion. Avatar 4 will make over $2 billion. Avatar 5, if the rumors are true about what it's going to be about, I hear the rumor that one of the avatars is going to go to Earth. That might be the contender now for that top box office greatest of all time. Beat the Avengers, beat Avatar 1, maybe Avatar 5. That's my new prediction. The writer's strike obviously is one of the things that's helping to delay all these things. That's pushed a lot of things out of the way. What I was talking about earlier, as far as Jonathan Majors and now our Namor, I don't want to get his name wrong. I keep saying his name wrong. With these accusations and stuff like that, now these delays kind of gives Marvel a little bit of time to get their damn house in order, to get all that stuff knocked out, because it's ridiculous with what's been going on lately with all this drama. I got the live action. I know this person, I don't think she's playing Moana, but the live action Moana. Y'all, the drama with that, y'all are going crazy. Out of all the movies for them to pick to make live action, with it not being 20 years old or more, why did y'all pick Moana? I'm like, well, because you got The Rock, and he ain't getting any younger. Just look, if you don't want to watch the movie, don't watch the movie. But are you excited about any of these things? Are you like me? Are you like, why? I don't like that. I don't like these damn delays. Is it the writer's strike really that's causing it, or is it, are they leaning on that as the excuse? I'm sure the writer's strike obviously is causing it for the ones that were coming out sooner than they were, but then the Deadpool thing, it counters that. They moved up, but they obviously finished their script. I don't know what to call it. I think it's giving them a chance to do what James Gunn said in that podcast. Focus more on the stories. If they get behind this writer strike, if the WGA, if they come to terms and make an agreement, make a deal, and get back on track, there's a chance that for the next couple of years, we're going to probably get some lackluster, if that's the proper word, some wah-wah kind of stories out there. But there's a chance that we can be getting some quality stuff, because now they're giving themselves some time to course correct and do things right. It sucks that we got to wait that long, but it could be great overall in the end. All right, guys, I'm over time right now. I got to get out of here. My son is probably going to be standing on the corner. Where are you? You know, look, dude, I don't know how many parents out there, guys, but when you guys are late picking up your kids from anything, that disappointment that they give you is ridiculous. It's gut wrenching. So let me know what you guys think about the delays. We'll keep talking about it on in the future as more things pop up. But I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that, man. For the We Got Your Mail portion of the show, let's just rapid fire through these real quick. And once again, I want to thank Peter Lang as I go back to my true voice. I want to thank you again, Peter, man. You're awesome, man. I appreciate you for supporting us on the level that you do. Going back to the top, JD the MC. Been too long since we've had a proper Star Wars film hype cycle to suffer through. I like that avatar that he's got there. Feel like you're constantly probably going to be knocking on James Gunn's door. Fix it. And I think I responded to him. I said, yeah, too long since a proper trilogy as well. Nixon says Secret Invasions comes out next week. I think Marvel will be all right. I heard nothing. You're right. I heard nothing but good things about Secret Invasions. And I'm hoping you're right. Moving on. Smash the like. Yeah, guys, hit that like button, man. If you guys haven't hit the like button, what the hell? It's free. Simpsons emoji. Yeah, man. They give y'all the Simpsons emoji fingers, man. They give it because they know they get sued if that black guy thumbs up wasn't there. But they can turn y'all into Simpsons characters, turn white people into Simpsons characters, and you can't say nothing about it. No, this is weird. I don't know why they do that. So yellow. Why yellow? It's weird. I mean, Peter Lane, and I am long-winded for sure. I had a feeling. It was like, there's some things I'm gonna get off my chest on that rundown after dark, and you're gonna find, like when that dude burst into Bruce Wayne's office. You can't ignore me anymore, Wayne. I have ideas. Thomas Brooks, he says for me. Yeah, he goes. So I gotta say it for me. Let's see. Nope. Not superheroes fatigue, but people used to the spectacle of Endgame and the likes of that. Yep, I agree. Kevin ended it off with people will go see this film next year. Which film are we talking about? This film. People will go see this film next year. I don't know. I don't know where you were at that part when you wrote that down. Jonathan Majors deserves a comeback. Maybe you were talking about Kang Dynasty. But yeah, time will tell. People, we will see, man. Appreciate you guys, man, supporting me in the chat and keeping it interesting, keeping this things to talk about. Navigator Nixon, we gotta. I'm gonna DM me because I gotta hit you up. I gotta ask a question. Let's just chat, or I'll DM you. Guys, appreciate you guys in the live chat. I'm going to go and try to fight this traffic and get to my son in time within 5 minutes of him ending his basketball game before he gives me that look of disappointment of why I was late. I was like, man, I had to talk to the guys, man. We're live. It's the rundown, baby. We do this. It's what we do. Once again, guys, like I said, appreciate you as always. Have a good one and see you next time. Share your thoughts, your comments, questions, concerns, your theories. Send me topics that you want me to talk about. And see you guys tomorrow, man. Peter, man, you're killing me, brother. I appreciate the support, man. I like for real. You're my dude. He sends in a super. Let me see if it's gonna pop up, so I can give it its proper. It says, farewell. What is it? Farewell wherever you are, wherever you fare till your Erie's great. That's a movie quote? Eries greet you at the journey's end. Is that a movie quote? Farewell wherever you fare till your, is that Eries greet you at the journey's end. I know I've heard that before, but that's a good way to sign off. Appreciate you, Peter. Good night and sayonara, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.